The man had just bought a $2 bottle of ice-cold Coke. Turning around, he saw students drinking tap water.
You know, they got sodas in the store.
Right in.
The man felt a pang of guilt because these children all came from poor families. They had to wake up at 5 a.m. every day to do farm work, then walk miles to school. So he made up his mind to train these children to become the best athletes in California. This man's name was White, the most hot-tempered football coach in North America. After losing a game once, he threw something. In anger and injured a student who was sneering. His long-term use of violent teaching methods had ruined White's reputation. No one was willing to hire him. With no other options, White could only come to the impoverished town of McFarland to apply for a local PE teacher position. On his first day, the students immediately gave him a rude awakening. They actually suggested skipping class to his face. Most students here were descendants of Mexican immigrants. Their families have been farmers. For generations, parents never held high hope for their children's academic achievements. They were content as long as the kids came home on time. To help with farm work, this environment meant that, as long as White controlled his temper, he could retire here peacefully. But one day on his way home, he accidentally witnessed this scene. A student named John was running under the scorching sun, and his speed could actually exceed 10 miles per hour. At that pace, he could easily rank in the top 10 in a cross-country championship. Surprised, White stopped John to ask how he managed it.
I don't know if this car speedometer is right. It's an old car, but if it is, you're running on what miles an hour? You need to run a mile. I don't know if this... So, you always run that fast.
Among people who run solely on their own legs, many could achieve such a level. But this casual conversation sparked an idea in White. Excited, White found the principal and proposed forming a school cross-country running team. The principal initially objected, but White mentioned that the champion team could win prize money. This sum was insignificant to other schools, but for the impoverished McFarland High, it was enough to buy many new supplies. The next day, White prepared a case of free ice-cold drinks, but only the top 4 finishers in the race could get them. For these kids, this was undoubtedly a huge incentive. Just like that, White easily selected 7 top runners. Looking at their worn-out shoes, which hadn't been replaced for years, White silently noted to assess their true potential. White took them to their first cross-country race. Before the race, he brought out new running shoes and uniforms he had bought for the team, instantly igniting their fighting spirit.